brewing tension during negotiations.
Unfortunately, he lives in this disinformation space.
As President Trump calls Ukrainian President Zelensky a dictator. A South Florida success story.
Because it's one thing to have debts, like over $500 or $100 and thinking, okay, I'll pay it up.
A Venezuelan immigrant tells his journey of becoming an accomplished entrepreneur. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Julian Lescano.
And I'm Alejandro Marquina. Today is Thursday, February 20th, 2025.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
3 days later, and we're learning more details on the plane crash in Toronto. More developments from the Delta plane crash in Canada that turned the aircraft upside down.
Caplin News reporter Rafael Hernandez is live in D.C. with more details. Good morning, Rafael.
Good morning, Alejandro and Julian. Wreckage is being moved off the runway of Toronto Pearson International Airport to help investigators find out just what was it that caused the plane to turn upside down as it was landing.
The Transportation Safety Board of Canada is leading the investigation.
This would not be a time for us to have theory or to speculate on what caused the crash. We have a number of agencies that are here that are responsible for doing a thorough and full and complete investigation to determine all the causal factors.
The cause for the crash has not been determined yet, but Airport President Deborah Flint said the area saw unprecedented levels of snowfall, even for Canada, in the winter from last Thursday through Sunday, just before the plane landed on Monday.
It is more snow within that time window than we received in all of last winter.
Passengers describe the chaotic moments when the plane landed.
It happened so quickly, right? You hit, there's this like giant like pop crack, it's this like super loud bang.
Passengers jumped several feet from the door onto snow-covered ground as sprays of fire retardant rained overhead. The flight crew and all 80 passengers survived. 21 passengers were injured, but only one is still in the hospital.
The crew of Delta Flight 4819 heroically led passengers to safety, evacuating a jet that had overturned on the runway on landing that was amidst smoke and fire.
Meanwhile, Delta Airlines is offering each passenger $30,000, saying the offer has no strings attached and it doesn't affect any rights the passengers may have. It's not known yet how many passengers will take up the offer, and if they all do, the airline will be paying a total of almost $2.3 million.
Now, Delta CEO Ed Bastian said the crew on board was an experienced one and trains regularly to help passengers evacuate, especially under extreme conditions. Reporting live from Washington, D.C., I'm Rafael Hernandez.
The chance of an asteroid hitting Earth in 7 years has increased once again to 3.1%, making it the highest level risk. According to astronomers, the threat of the 2024 YR4 asteroid passed the level of the 2004 Apophis asteroid. YR4 does have a 97% chance of missing Earth and is smaller than Apophis. It would cause less damage, with its size being about 130 to 300 feet, and would hit the planet in 2032.
Since Trump took office, some 220,000 federal employees have been laid off, with as many as 4,000 federal workers in Washington, D.C. filing for unemployment insurance.
Caplin's Anna Trinidad is live with more on how workers have been affected by these mass layoffs.
Good morning. I spoke with many former federal workers over the last few weeks, and all of them have told me that after the hiring freeze, they feel like they have nowhere else to turn to.
I got a letter from my contractor basically saying they sent me a separation letter and an email.
Eli is a former USAID employee who does not want to go by his actual name for safety reasons. He is currently out of a job and searching for another.
The email said that they would be ending our, of course, working relationship, our contract, that it was not due to my performance as an employee, but it was because of a lack of funding since the federal government decided to end all contracts.
Tens of thousands of federal employees from the Internal Revenue Service, Federal Aviation Administration, and other agencies have been impacted by the Trump administration's departmental shutdowns, with numbers increasing every week. For former federal workers like Eli, they're turning to DC's private sector for relief, but even that job market is not guaranteed.
The private sector will be saturated because there are thousands. USAID had over 10,000 employees, and only a few hundred remained right now. I think the last numbers were around between 300 and 600. So So there will be a large number of people looking for jobs in the private sector that, once again, it's already small.
Since the beginning of January, about 7,000 unemployment claims have been filed in D.C. alone. But Eli believes those in his situation shouldn't give up hope completely.
Number one, people should prioritize their mental health. And number two, I think that people should truly be proactive and try to find something. Maybe they can apply for some safety net programs that DC offers to its residents.
And the Trump administration is expected to lay off more federal employees in sectors like the National Park Service, leaving many sectors understaffed, even more unemployed. Live from Washington, D.C. for Caplin News, I'm Anna Trinidad.
President Trump warned Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky that he, quote, better move fast to negotiate an end to Russia's invasion. Yesterday, President Trump called President Zelensky, quote, a dictator without elections. This comes amid escalating tensions between Washington and Europe over Trump's approach to settling the conflict.
I believe the United States helped Putin get out of many years of isolation.
Zelensky added that he has a great respect for Trump as a leader, but he said Trump lives in what he calls disinformation spaces.
More than 140 migrants have been transferred to a new detention center in Guantanamo Bay for processing. Those sent have been described as high priority illegal aliens. Federal data reveals that 13 flights have been sent to the facility so far. Officials are racing to set up tents to house tens of thousands of individuals. So far, all of them have been men deemed to have been what it was described as, quote, criminality, ranging from alleged gang ties to immigration law violations.
The ongoing debate on the new trash incinerator continues after Miami-Dade County Commissioners voted to postpone the decision to rebuild the site yesterday. Caplin News reporter Chelsea Rosario has more on the story.
The Miami-Dade County Commission has once again gathered to discuss the future of a potential new trash incinerator. And after months of back and forth, as well as pushback from South Florida residents, the final vote has been deferred once again. Protesters from all over South Florida communities gathered on Wednesday morning in preparation for the final vote on the trash incinerator. Wearing green and blue shirts, opponents packed the commission chamber. The controversy started over 2 years ago when the county's incinerator burned down, affecting residents in the area. Now, commissioners are wondering where to rebuild a new incinerator, if they even move forward with the plan at all. But as the meeting went on, it became clear they were not yet ready to land on a vote.
Not making a decision is making a decision. It really is. This is costing the county more money every single day that we don't make a decision.
Instead, the commission directed the administration to bring forward all available waste solutions and their financial impact within 120 days.
We brought several items throughout the last several months that has been a decision, and that's what we explained today in today's meeting. We have taken action. We have not neglected the issue, but the truth of the matter is that for almost 2 years, if not a little bit more, we have not made the final holistic decision of long-term solutions for solid waste systems in this county.
For many who oppose it, the deferral is yet another chance to continue advocating for zero waste solutions.
We think it's good in the fact that we can continue to advocate for our position, which is against incineration and for a real zero waste solution to waste management within the county, and we're going to be making sure that we take advantage of the time that we have until then.
This report they're asking for is a direct comparison between an incinerator and landfilling, and we believe that zero waste landfilling is the environmental solution. 6 months ago, it was just about incinerator and where to put it. This new report is asking for something that we believe will give them a better answer.
Until a decision is made, trash will continue to be hauled out of Miami-Dade County by truck and trains. Commissioners have decided to defer the final vote until July 16th, and by then they will have received a detailed report that further delves into all of the county's waste management options that are available, as well as its costs. In downtown Miami, Chelsea Rosario reporting for Caplin News.
Venezuelan entrepreneurs play a key role in South Florida, facing challenges, creating opportunities, and showcasing their impact on their businesses on local economy. Caplin News reporter Ivana Hilowski brings us a story of hard work and success that reflects this growing trend.
Starting over in a new country with just a dream and $200 in his pocket, what began as a small idea has grown into a thriving business. But the journey to success was anything but easy.
Hola, somos la gente de Más 58 Gourmet. Aquí tenemos todo tipo de degustaciones venezolanas.
Carlos' journey started with a simple love for Venezuelan bread and the thought, why not bring the taste of home with me?
Mira lo infladas y calientes que quedan.
All he wanted was to chase the American dream while sharing a piece of his heritage with the community. However, achieving his dream was no easy journey.
The closest I ever came to giving up was here at the store, because it's one thing to have debts, like owing $500 or $100 and thinking, okay, I'll pay it off. But owing $100,000, $200,000, that's a whole different story. It was complicated. In the beginning, nothing seemed to go right at the store. It felt like no matter what I did, things just kept going wrong.
But for Carlos, the thought of giving up never crossed his mind.
There may be obstacles, but he knows he will move forward.
Carlos' determination is not just personal, it's part of a greater story.
A few months ago, we met with the mayor of Miami-Dade, Daniela Levin Cava, and she spoke about the impact of the Venezuelan community on South Florida's economy.
Carlos' journey is a reflection of so many who refuse to be defined by hardship, who take risks, build businesses, because for Carlos and for thousands like him, giving up was never an option. Through challenges and setbacks, determination turned a vision into reality. Now with a second location opening up, this story shows that hard work and resilience pay off. Reporting in Doral, I'm Ivan Ilowski, Caplin News.
Inter Miami is loving Messi after their match against Sporting KC.
That's still ahead, and so is this story.
Well, I've been waiting for this exhibition to open. I've been just counting on my calendar.
A non-profit organization with a goal to discover, promote, exhibit, and preserve special art. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Really use a new tablet. I just don't have the money.
Let me ask you something. Do you have a Pell Grant?
Yes?
You do know you can get a free tablet, right?
Did you say free?
Yeah, free. It's simple. And the application is done in the store.
I could really use a tablet.
Go get one. Another satisfied customer. Stop by Panthertech in the Graham Center at FIU MMC today to speak with one of our associates to get your free tablet.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life. But how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have something called prediabetes. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
A special art organization opens its doors in South Florida. Naimi is an organization striving to increase awareness on mental illness through artwork. Their new collection in South Florida is open to the public until Sunday.
Caplin News reporter Chloe Barnett was there on opening day and has more on this story.
Art has served as a medium for many to express themselves for thousands of years, but for these mentally challenged artists, it means so much more.
Naimi is an organization that hosts exhibitions of artists who have mental illnesses worldwide. They opened new exhibits in Hollywood and Miami this past month, and many were excited to see it.
So I've been waiting for this exhibition to open. I've been just counting on my calendar.
There are 15 artists in the Naomi collection, which has over 1,200 pieces. The organization's hope is not just to break down stigmas around mental illness and give these artists a platform, but also to inspire others on an emotional level.
So through their art, we can connect and say, oh my gosh, you know, I can see or feel what they're trying to tell us through their artwork.
Currently, the art is displayed in a traveling exhibit featured in multiple countries. Juan Martin, the director, expresses his wishes to expand somewhere more permanent.
Past 35 years, we have been selecting with the goal of, like I say, opening a museum about the art of the mentally ill in the United States. We are looking for a partner, a college, a museum who wanted to take part of this collection.
Naomi continues to challenge perceptions and inspire conversations, proving that art connects us all. For Caplin News, I'm Chloe Barnett.
Inter Miami faced off against Sporting KC in the first round of the CONCACAF Champions Cup. With Kansas City clocking in at a staggering 2 degrees Fahrenheit, Inter Miami had one of the coldest matches of the season. Both teams stayed in a gridlock with neither scoring in the first half. But in a stunning fashion, Messi scored a wonder goal at the 56th minute to push Inter Miami ahead, his first of 2025. The final score was Sporting KC 0, Inter Miami 1. Messi and Inter Miami head back home to face off against New York City FC on Saturday at 7:30 p.m. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
There are a lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Bill is a family man. He invests his money wisely and provides a good life for his children. Just one problem. He often opens emails from senders he doesn't know, and his computer is not password protected. One day, Bill checked his bank account and 94% of malware attacks originate from emails. Don't be like Bill. Take your cybersecurity seriously.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Alejandro Marquina.
And I'm Julian Lascano. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.